folks, I hope everyone's safe and well. It's me, Craig Smith here from the Hereford College. Another weekly workout with Craig. I hope everyone's listening to government guidelines, staying safe, keeping their friends and family and the NHS protected. So this week's workout, something a little bit different. It's Tabata. Tabata is a methodology of fitness which is widely used in the fitness communities. Essentially, it's a 4-minute workout with 8 cycles within it. And how it works is it's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of recovery, 8 times, and that makes a 4-minute cycle. It might be worth mentioning that you can download some pretty decent Tabata timers online for free. So I know that iTunes and the app stores and Android, etc., you can download fitness timers, and most have Tabata built into them, or you can set up your own Tabata. So I've actually created something of an all-over body workout for you using the methodology of Tabata. So there's going to be some legs, some core, some shoulders, and some arms, and a little bit of chest in there as well. Essentially, what will happen is you'll do a 4-minute Tabata session on your core. You'll rest a minute, and then you'll do another 4 minutes on your legs. You'll rest a minute, another Tabata on your chest. You'll rest a minute, shoulders, rest a minute, then arms. So hopefully you all understand what the methodology of Tabata is now. So once again, 8 rounds of 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. So it's 4 minutes in total. That's a round, and then you rest a minute, and then you start the next one. So it's going to be 5 lots of 4 minutes. So 5 Tabata sessions in this particular workout. I hope that makes sense. It's probably confusing you. It's confusing me saying it. Okay, so the equipment you're going to need for this particular session is a mat, okay, and a weighted object. So the weighted object can be a kettlebell or a dumbbell if you're fortunate enough to have one, or you can have something like a large water container. Make sure the lid's on, don't be a fool, or any other object you've got at home which is weighted, a house brick, an ornament, as long as it's nothing too important, you don't want to break it. Okay, so let me talk you through this then. So the first one we're going to look at is our legs. So we're going to look at condition our legs, and it might be worth mentioning this Tabata session is about strength and conditioning. So you can use Tabata for metabolic condition, you can use it for cardiovascular, you can use it. It really depends on what exercise you choose, will depend on what the goal or outcome of the Tabata is. But today's particular workout is going to be largely around strength and conditioning, or conditioning the entire body. So the first workout we're going to look at is for the legs. I'll get into a better position so you can see me. So the 2 movements we're actually going to look at. So we're going to look at 2 movements for each one of the workouts. Okay, so for the leg workout, you're going to use these following movements. You're going to do an air squat and a front lunge. So how I'd like to do that is in the first 20 seconds, with a 10-second rest, you're going to do 20 seconds as many air squats as you can. Okay. You'll then have the 10 seconds to rest, and in the next 20 seconds, you'll do as many front lunges as you can. So essentially, you've got a minute period there with 2 different exercises. Air squats, rest 10 seconds, front lunges, rest 10 seconds, and then you'll repeat that process, okay, for 4 rounds of that. Okay, so it's 8 sections altogether, but it's 4 rounds of 20 seconds of air squat, 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds of front lunges, 10 seconds rest. So it'll be 4 rounds of that because it's 4 lots. It's 1 minute and you times it by 4. I know I'm probably jabbering on about this, but ultimately you need to understand the rest periods and the methodology, otherwise the whole thing will fall down. Okay. I might even add in the text how to break this down so it clears it up for you. Okay, so for the air squats, we've covered these in previous sessions. Head and chest up, feet shoulder width apart. Think about your feet, left foot at roughly 11, right foot roughly 1 o'clock. And remember, the key principles of an air squat is make sure your weight is in your heels, your hips go slightly lower than 90 degrees, and your head and chest are up at all times. So we track our knees over the toes, remaining upright. We hit depth, we squeeze our glutes together and come into an upright position. So we'll do 20 seconds, as many reps of that as we can in a 20-second period. Once we've rested our 10 seconds, we go into front lunges, so exactly the same thing, feet shoulder width apart, head and chest up. We lunge out, we come down, so our back knee touches the floor. We drive off of the front heel, so we engage our front heel's glute, which is bum muscle. We drive and return, and then we go out with the opposite leg. And we do as many of those as we can in the 20-second period. We repeat that for the entirety of the 4-minute Tabata, and then we get to rest a minute, and that's our legs taken care of. The next muscle group we're going to attack is our core or our abdominal muscles. So there's 2 movements we're going to look. I'm not going to keep explaining the timings. I think I've done that enough now. I'm just going to explain the movements and you can figure that how you implement it for yourself. So minute rest and we go into our core. Hopefully you can see me on the camera. So marketing, I've put it in the right format today, hopefully, so you can get me in. So for our abs, for our core, we're going to look at 2 different movements. One is going to be a Bicep crunch, and the other is something called a Romanian twist, okay, or a kettlebell twist, or a dumbbell twist, however you want to call it, okay. So all we do from here is we go onto our bums, and we go into a V position. We take our feet off the floor and our hands come where our pockets would be, and all we do is we straighten and we pulse. So try and keep your heels off the floor, top of your back off the floor, so all that's on the floor is my my tailbone, okay, so I'm just engaging that core the whole time and I'm pulsing, okay, as many as I can, okay, in that 20-second period. You'll definitely feel the burn on that. So once we've done 20 seconds, we rest 10 seconds, and then this is where you'll need your weighted object. From here, we pick up our weighted object and we go into the exact same position as we're in for the V crunches. So we come heels off the floor into this position here, and all we do is we twist so that that weighted object comes to the right hand side of us. It doesn't necessarily have to touch the floor, but if it does touch the floor, I don't want it to bang. Full control over the weighted object at all times. We come back to the middle, change sides, back to the middle, change sides, and we have control at all times, okay? So our core's fully engaged, and all we then do is we twist and make sure that we have the load of that weighted object up at all times and our core is engaged. So once again, we recycle that 8 times, and that's our 4 minute for our abs. We then go on to chest, okay? So there's 2 movements for chest, okay? Really simple. One will be a basic push-up, and the others will be walkouts, okay? So let me talk you through these movements. So for the push-up, as always, feet, okay, behind us, hands in the shoulder width position, slightly wider than shoulders if you want to do a basic normal push-up. Once again, you can vary any position of push-up you want, as long as it's primarily the chest you're engaging. For the push-up, 2 different ways. You can do them on your feet, which means your knees are off the floor and your core is tight, or you can do them on your knees. On your knees is slightly easier, but the stimulus needs to remain the same. You need to feel like your weight is going over your chest. So let me show you from the side. Okay, so for this side position, we're going to do push-ups on your knees. We come onto our knees like so. Hands come roughly in line with our shoulders and chest, and we come over our chest. And if you notice, I haven't touched the floor. I've got full control over my load, and then I push up. From there, if we want to do a full push-up, really simply we come onto our feet. Bum stays nice and low and tight. Head and chest up, back nice and tight. We come down, about 1 inch away from the floor, and then push up into a fully locked out position. So as many push-ups you can do in the 20-second period. Walkouts are a nice one. Walkouts are technically core and upper body. There's a nice little one you can do. So all you do from here, feet shoulder width apart. We come down with our hands to the floor. We walk out into a push-up position. We walk back up and then stand it up. So we go down, walk out into a push-up, and then walk back up, and our feet remain on the floor at all times. So once again, same format for the Tabata. 20 seconds of the push-ups, 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds of the walkouts. Repeat that cycle 8 times, rest a minute. Okay, we're then going into shoulders, okay? So shoulders are one of my favorite muscle groups to work. Again, you will need your weighted object for this one. So we're going to do this in a standing position. So all we do for shoulders, we're going to do 2 movements. One is called an Arnie, okay, an Arnold press, made famous by Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the next one is going to be a dumbbell or weighted object upright row. So all we're going to do for the first 20 seconds, we're going to take this dumbbell or weighted object in front of our chin, and all we're going to do, head and chest up, we're going to take it out to the side and push it and twist our wrist and get our bicep to our ear. All that happens then, it follows the exact same route down, comes back round, and we turn our hand round. So imagine if you were going to open your hand here, you can see your palm. That's the position we're at. So it comes out, bicep to ear, come back down in the same trajectory. The first 20 seconds we do right arm, second 20 seconds we do left arm. Okay? In the third round, we're going to do an upright row. So we're going to take the weighted object down onto our thigh, and all we're going to do is we're going to keep the dumbbell weighted object against our body, and we're going to drag it up our body Our elbow's going to come out to the side, and we're going to come into this position here, so dumbbells is in line with our chest. This is engaging our front delts and our trap muscles that sit at the top here. Okay, so from here we come up and down, nice and control over the weighted object at all points, on the way up and on the way down. Don't be tempted to kip it or use your body to throw it up. That's bad technique, you're not doing anything. Okay, so then we do the 4th round on our left, and then on the 5th round we go back to our Arnie on our right, 6th Arnie on our left, 7th row on the right, 8th row on the left. Okay, that brings us on to our last set of Tabata, which is our 5th round, which is going to be arms. Okay, gun show time. So what you're going to do for this one, you're going to do 2 movements. The first movement is going to do a basic bicep curl. So what we're going to do, we're going to stand feet shoulder width apart, head and chest up, elbow tucked into your waist. Where a lot of people go wrong with bicep curls, you may see these numpties in the gym, they'll be swinging the weight up. Okay, you're not achieving anything. You want full control over the muscle and full control over the weighted object at all times. So from there, elbows tucked in nice and tight. We're going to have that object in front of us. We're just going to curl it up so that the dumbbell just touches our shoulder, and then take it down. So from here, full contraction from the bottom, come all the way up, all the way down. Don't be tempted to just do as many rounds as you can, or as many reps as you can. Quality beats quantity, and that goes for any type of fitness, any type of muscle group, any type of way that you want to train. If you're training dangerously or with bad form, you're going to pick up injuries. So we do as many as we can safely, 20 seconds on the right, 20 seconds on the left. We then go into our next movement, okay, which is going to be 2 rounds, T push-ups, okay, which is going to work our tricep, which is on the back of the arm. So from here, you go into a normal push-up position, but this time, instead of having your hands out shoulder width apart, you're going to have your hands in nice and tight like this. So when we bend down, we're bringing the hands in and it's engaging our triceps. Okay, I'll show you a couple from the knee. So from here, by the way, these are a lot harder than normal push-ups if you're going to do them normally, i.e. feet off the floor, sorry, knees off the floor. So on your knees then, so take my little pad back, my little legs. So from here, head and chest up, hands together in that diamond position, we come down, head and chest. Okay, our chest comes about 1 inch away from our hands and we push up. So from here, we're just engaging the triceps. Okay, if that's too difficult, do half reps, which means go down half the way, or start from the bottom and just push up half, okay, if you can't do the full range of motion. So 20 seconds right bicep curls, 20 seconds left bicep curls, 2 rounds of T push-ups for triceps, and we repeat that cycle twice. So it'll be 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and that's that 4 minutes. So there you go, folks, you've got a full over body workout there using Tabata as a methodology. That Tabata, by the way, you can use that for absolutely everything. You know, if you want to make your own workouts up, but use that sort of methodology of the 8 rounds, it's a brilliant way of getting a bit gassy. You can do it with burpees, skipping, running, star jumps. You can do it with push-ups, squats. You can do absolutely anything using that interval training style, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 8 rounds. Enjoy. This is quite a hard one, but as always, push yourself to your own ability. Make sure you're working hard, but if it's hurting, stop. Make sure you stretch afterwards, and as ever, quality over quantity. Enjoy the workout. Take care, guys.